Hello, everyone, and welcome to B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. That's right, that's who we are. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us, Real Talk, here on Vision and Purpose Media Productions. And today, guys, you know what it is. It's all about family matters and health and wellness. As always, we have an excellent show for you, and because we are B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. That's right, that's who we are. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us, Real Talk. We are women, beautiful, accomplished, and divine. Our gentlemen are brothers, accomplished and determined. But yet, as society see us, we must still change the narrative. Yeah, that's right. That's who we are. Bad as us. Real talk here on Vision and Purpose Media Productions. We are here to be up close and personal with our community. We will be intentional with the message that we want to give to you. So who are we? We are Bad as us here on Vision and Purpose Media Production. We be right back at you.
It is key that you mind your mental health.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing this week? Hi.
Use the five keys to mental movement.
This week has been a really monumental week for me. I realized that I was not being myself.
Reaching out.
Be positive attitude person self, like you guys know me to be. I was
Staying
listening to
upbeat.
teaching and give back to that happy, cheery self you guys of me.
This week's been kind of
Being
stressful
creative.
because of all of the workload that we have on online learning. So I've been trying to use different platforms and different websites to help ease my mind and ease my stress.
And what about you, Margaret?
Well, you guys know me. I just love to work with others and serve them.
Serving others.
Is that when I serve others, my mind is off of myself.
That's right. And don't forget, self-care is key.
Self-care.
All right. So see you guys next week.
Right.
Bye.
Your mind matters.
Yes, welcome back to Bad As Us. That's right, that's who we are. Bad As Us Real Talk here on Vision and Purpose Media Productions. And today we have a great show for you. But before we get started, I must introduce my co-host. Yes, we have Marjorie Militant in the house. Yes.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Yes, and we have our newest team member. We have Angela Bryan in the house. Yay! Yes, yes, guys.
Yes.
We are here and we're going to have a good time, right, ladies?
Of
Yes.
course.
Yes, and
One of my
I
favorite
always love this one when it's the end of the month one
Mm-hmm.
and it's Family Matters because it's all about what the ladies, you
Right,
know.
that's right.
Because every week we always have one of the men team, one of the
Mm-hmm.
men from the team just on the platform. But the last one we always just have it's all about the ladies. So I'm not going to be shy about that, saying that.
That's
I
right.
love being with
That's
my
right.
sisters.
That's right.
As we wrap up and end off Black, History Month, it's been thrilling, and I'm just having a wonderful time at it. So, family matters and health and wellness is what we talk about on our last Tuesday of the month. And ladies, I'm ready to get into it. Are you all ready?
I'm ready when you're
We're
ready.
Are you ready? You're ready? Marjorie
Yes.
say she ready. Angela say she ready. I'm ready. And then, and we must mess with our engineer team tonight. Our engineer team have won, and our intern he's doing a great job.
Yes,
And
yes.
matter of fact, he's back there running the whole show by himself tonight. So Isaiah, we give shout out to you, Crystal. You trained him well. Yes.
Yes.
So with that
That's
being
right.
said, family matters. We all family here. So I know he'll get me after the show. He's he's
him on
very
blast.
quiet and behind the scene kind of person. So yeah, did I just give him a shout out?
Yes,
yeah,
you did.
I
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I
Nothing wrong
did.
with that.
Exactly.
Nothing
And
at all.
We make sure we do it all night. Okay.
Okay,
That's
that
right.
sounds good.
That's right.
Okay,
Yep.
Isaiah. Isaiah. Hey, I was just messing. Okay, family matters, ladies. The strength of the family. Wow, that's so important. The strength of the family. Where does it start? So especially I just want to keep it there at the end for the Black community, because this is Black History Month. The strength of the family. We just always just know that family bond, that family just gatherings, the family traditions, the family culture. Everything is just such a strong just effort coming from the Black family,
Right.
with the Black community. And I just love that. And for me, where do it all get started?
Okay.
So I just want to talk about that, just hear what you all have to say about it, and just hear all the difference that we can bring to this subject matter. So with Marjorie, I'm just going to start with you first. So where do it all get started for you and the strength of your family? Where does it start?
Well, growing up, the strength of my family was a co-team, my mom and my dad. My father was a strong person and a strong father, a strong worker, strong community leader. And my mom was also that. But she was also the one who took care of the children and was there for us. As we got older, we got closer to my dad because we got to know him more. But in the beginning, it was really my mom, bringing up the family.
Yeah. And so, you know what, and let it be known, isn't it is true, though, that it's always been the strength of the woman that makes up the family. Oh, no, we are not here being strong-headed women and discounting the men. But, the woman is the one that just makes sure that she, the husband have everything that he needs to do to make his day. Even going back to slavery, since it's Black History Month, for me, I just want to even take it back to slavery. Our men had to work so hard in the fields and getting whipped all the time. It's the women at the end of the day was, does comforting their wounds, even when they had to sleep with the slave masters, they still had to do that and still be the strength of the family.
Exactly.
So I just want to go deep. I'm going deep tonight since it's the last night of Black History Month. Let's keep it real. So that's what our women had to do from, the test of times. They had to be the strength of the family. Even when the man is there, they had to, uphold our men. And that's what we do. That's what we do well. We uphold our men, and we are the ones that, just make sure that we keep the comfort in the family.
Right.
So, now I'm coming to you, Angela. I know I just said a mouthful, so I'm going to come to you, Angela, and just get, so where do it start? What's the strength of the family for you?
For me, growing up, my mother, my dad and mom were, a team. They were married in the same household. The strength was defined differently for each one, though. My mom was like the spiritual strength of the family. And where there's spirit, there's, the spirit of the Lord.
Amen.
We put it that way.
Right.
Yes.
There's unity, there's peace, there's, she was the glue for me and my sister and my brother who came along later. My dad was strength physically. He was the big general contractor, and you knew not to play, and he held it down. He protected his family.
Yes.
So, it was a team in the beginning, and then it became more of my mom. My mom really held it down. She still holds it down. She's the one we all go to.
Right.
She's the one that is the strongest physically and mentally right now.
Yes.
So seeing that, my mom, my rock.
Yes.
She truly is my rock.
Yeah, and so it is. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Marjorie.
I just was thinking about, I listened to what you said about back during slavery days, how we held things together. And I think as time evolved, sometimes we take a lot of strength from our men, whether it's intentional or not. But we always have to keep in mind, like you said, that we have to uphold the men in our family as well.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yes. So that's what I just say, even though we as women are the strength, we just still have to allow the man to be the provider, the protector, the leader, that set the boundaries of what the family structure is going to look like. Even with the strength of a woman, back in them days, the women did just that for the men. They still allow them, and especially coming from slavery, because, when you got somebody slave mastering you, telling you what to do all day, and then you marry, and how do you still be a man and still feel that you the head of your family? And that's where that woman came in still, just saying, even though we are here and we are in these times, you are still the person that's in charge of this, and the leader and protector of this family. So, and we, and you made a good point. We kind of get away from it a little bit, because we in these modern times where, women rule the world. We got all these songs, all these things that's out. But for me, I still just say we have to uphold our brothers, especially our men, because it's hard for them. And still in this day and time, in 2022, it's still hard for a brother out here.
Yeah, it is. But I have to interject here. I agree. We do have to make sure that we uplift our men, we encourage them, we affirm them. But part of the problem is these men aren't even accepting that role. They're not acting like the men, even on the plantation field.
Now, come on now.
I'm keeping it real.
Yeah.
You can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. And like us, we filled in the gap. And in the plantation, we had to fill in the gap because he was too busy being breeding or beaten. And so you didn't own your man. The master owned your man. And you had to hold down your family. If you were fortunate to be able to raise your family before they stripped them away and sent them off. Start breeding with you again.
Right.
And today, some of that, over the years, over the decades, watching our men be abused so bad emotionally, forget about the physical, and finding other vices to hold them down. They've forgotten, a lot of our men have forgotten who they were really, how God instructed them to be. Let me put it that way. What they were meant to be.
I mean, during this age and this time, they are very emasculated. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
But then on the other hand, we also have to bear some of that responsibility as mothers, especially.
Right.
We coddle our sons.
Yeah, that's true.
And we expect our daughters to be strong.
Yeah.
And when they become men, either they know how or they don't.
But where are those men when we're coddling? Why is that father not there showing that man
that's
how
another
to be?
story.
A single family home, that's a whole other topic.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
it
right.
is.
Yeah.
So now, guys, you bringing up good stuff here. How we raise our sons. Like that's that, and that is a whole nother topic we're going to get into.
Exactly.
That I
Yeah.
love that, how we raise our son, because I got something about that. Because see, maybe this would probably be after the dark one that we're going to talk about. Because I'm country, so I just tell you real quick. Because sometimes we do need to just get them off the titty. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Real talk.
yeah, that's real talk. Real talk. Badass us. That's who we
Yeah.
are. Real talk. We keep it real here. So just and moving right along. So the trailblazers. We see them all the time. So and with that, we always say the strength of the family. We talked about where do it all starts. But and now, who are the trailblazers in your family? Again, for me, the trailblazers in my family has been the women, and I would say, and I have a great aunt that just set the tone for the family. But my mom was just a safe haven for everyone. I saw that even though she had six of them. Yes, 6. So she was the 5th, right there in the middle, where towards the end, she was the second from the youngest. And everyone, all her siblings that was older than her and even the baby boy under her, everybody always came to my mom. Even, when we grew up, my mother was always that safe haven of the family. She was the trailblazer of the family. And she didn't play. This lady was 5'2", 105 pounds, soaking wet. And I mean, just powerful.
Wow.
You hear me? Powerful. So, yeah, I would have to definitely say, if I'm going to mention who's a trailblazer in my family, I would definitely say it was my mom. Yeah.
I say in my family that the trailblazers in my family were both of my parents. When I think about what they did at the time that they were young, my mom is 92 now, and my father would have been 95. And my father went to Howard University, got his degree in social worker, in social work and got his master's in social work. My mom also went to an HBCU and got her degree, and she was an English teacher. And for that time, that was pretty amazing. So the trailblazers in my family were my parents. Education is important. Nobody ever questions whether they're going to go to school, whether they're going to finish high school, whether they're going to go to college, whether they're going to, excel at something. So I consider my parents both trailblazers.
Yes, Angela.
For me, I'm sitting here thinking, my dad, I would have to say,
Yes.
just because, you know what, I'm going to say both of them again. You're right, because they have different roles.
Right.
My dad,
I love
he
it.
had the entrepreneurial spirit.
Okay.
He came from an entrepreneurial family. Father had a farm in the South, Alabama, HBCU, I went to Oakwood. But I was the first to get a degree.
Okay.
So for my siblings, I was the first one out. I'm the oldest, so
Okay.
to get a degree, and my siblings followed. But my dad, he showed us what entrepreneurship looks like. To own your own. He had a 12th grade education, barely got that, but he was determined to do something big. And he left his father's farm, migrated to the north, and built a big construction. But he's one of the biggest, baddest construction companies in upstate New York, Syracuse, New York.
Okay.
And I watched him through the snow, through the icicles off his beard, through the high and the low, pursue his love of building with his hands. And that taught me how not to give up, to go for it. That strength, my dad showed us that. My mom, on the flip side, showed us what it looks like to follow God hard.
Yes.
And between the two of them, if you can get both of those together, anything is possible.
That's true.
And you can be very successful. So I have to say they both trailblaze in their own lanes. My mother in the spiritual lane, she did get her education, but it was way later as far as her degree. And she never worked in her field. She just got the degree. And then my dad with his construction and building, his business.
Yes.
Yeah.
I tell you, just the makeup of the family structure is just powerful. It's just wonderful. And then, and then even among the siblings, it's just always nice to see which one gonna just jump out there and just, and back then it was always that, the older sibling, especially if it was girl, she had to help out and help take care of the house. And keep them siblings in line. That was mama number, mama number 2, and the oldest boy is just think he supposed to be the dictator. Look, you do this, you do that. It's just wonderful though. But it's nothing. And I'm bringing this to go into the next thing. But it's nothing like that family togetherness. What does that looks like in your household? So the family togetherness. And I'm just saying that because. It was me and my sister, and I was the youngest, and my sister was the oldest, and we was 4 years apart. But I know I was the bossy one.
I can't imagine that, Karen.
Right?
Can you, Isaiah?
Yeah, you can't imagine that. Well, I know I was a little Miss Feisty, and I could just hear it in my ears right now that she was like, "You ain't my mother. I'm older than you. I'm the oldest sister. You the youngest." So, so if I have to be honest now, between the siblings, I know I was the feisty one, and but it was just the fact that I love my sister, and I would protect her with no end because my sister was mentally disabled, and so when we, go outside, I just remember as a little girl, I was probably about 5 or 6, and she was very shy because she was mentally disabled. But I can tell she wanted to go outside. It was a nice, pretty spring day, and I went out there. I was like, my sister coming outside and bet nobody bet not mess with her. And I tell you, I can remember this my sassy little self shaking my hands on my hip, and everybody looking at me like, what? Whatever, But that was just my road. I just always did that for my sister, so and that just made our bond just to be that much closer. And my mother even relied on me, a lot, in the family coming up. My mother relied on me a lot because she knew I can take it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
I was the one. I can take it.
That's so
So
funny.
yeah,
You were shaped from, a young, your sister being older, technically,
Yes, yes.
but you having the mental capacity to be the older.
Yes.
That's why you're such a boss lady now.
Yes.
You put your mind, girl, you are one of the most, I look up to you. You're one of the women that I admire because there's nothing you will not accomplish.
Oh, wow.
Just nothing. And
Well,
I see
thank
now,
you.
I'm hearing the history behind it. You started young, taking charge, looking out, getting it done.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
So where your family togetherness, what do it look like in your household?
My household, it's just me. We have an empty house, empty nest. So it's just me and my husband. And the togetherness is, like that of a man and a woman. But prior to that, growing up, I guess you're saying in my past, Mom was the center of the family. My dad worked a lot. He partied a lot. So I'm just keeping it 100. So my mom was like, she was the one we were close to. As far as me and my siblings, my brother came 10 years later. So it was just me and my sister who were 2 years apart. And we were close when we were younger. When we got to that high school, togetherness was not a word that we used. Unfortunately. But I was the one that would try to protect her though.
Yeah.
Like she would, her mouth would
Yes.
get her into fights that she could not fight.
Yes, yes.
And so as a big sis, and because I love her, she was my sis, my only sister,
yes.
I found myself in fights and defending her and trying to,
yes.
but yeah, we were closer when we were younger. Got
Yeah.
to high school, wasn't as close.
Yeah.
Got to adults, still wasn't as close.
Yeah.
But now we're closer than we were before. So
That's good. So Marjorie, real quick before we go to commercial break.
Okay. In my family, I'm the oldest of 5. So there are 4 girls and 1 boy. My brother is just 5 years younger than me. So we're very close. My sister next to me, we're 11 months apart.
wow.
So we all have our roles in our family. We've talked about this before. We all have our roles. I am the bossy one. I'm the shortest, but the oldest. But I am the bossy one. But then I think all of us are kind of bossy, but we all have our roles.
That's right.
One financial, one taking care of the elder. We all have our roles, and we respect each other with those roles and take care of them.
Yes, yes. So, but guys, this has been great. I can't believe how much time flies when we're just sitting here having great conversation. It's just something about it. I don't know about Isaiah, but I think we should push it to the limit, see if he's strong enough to take it back there in that engineer room by himself tonight. So, like I said, we're just going to just keep messing with Isaiah throughout the night.
That's
This is
right.
all about Isaiah tonight. Isaiah. So, yes.
You're doing a good job, Isaiah.
Yeah, he look, he is so focused right now.
Yes.
We can throw a shoe at him. And he would not move. But you're here to hear first on Vision and Purpose Media Production. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. We be right back. We be right back. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. Yeah, that's right. That's who we are. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. What? Who are we? We are women. Beautiful, accomplished, and divine. That's right. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. Yeah. Who are we? We are gentlemen. Our brothers, accomplished and determined. Yet, as society see us, we must still change the narrative. Yeah, that's right. Who are we? The Black community. Remember us? We are accomplished. We are determined. We are divine. We are of greatness. That's right. The Black community. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. Who are we? That's right. Who am I? I am the person committed to building the next community movement. What about you? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. That's right. That's who we are. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us Real Talk. So we are just having crazy fun tonight. If you only could be here on a commercial break, I'm up here trying to call somebody saying, hey, I'm about to mention something. And Angela like, where are we? I don't see us out there on Facebook world. So somebody send us a text. Let me know if you can see us or not. You know, and Marjorie like, oh, yeah, you know, we there. I know we are, you know. But I'm not, I'm cold. I'm keeping my jacket on, so I got this message. She didn't say that.
She said she ain't trying to be a temptation.
Yes. I'm telling you, I'm just having too much fun tonight.
I ain't mad at you.
Oh my God. So Isaiah, check on that though about the Facebook from your phone.
Has she slid that in there?
Yes. You see how I just.
You like also, yeah, we having fun, but check on that.
Yeah. Check on that. Check on that.
It's all good.
Yeah. Text Crystal and make sure.
Are you guys on YouTube? Are you guys on YouTube too? Just in case you can
we
go
are.
to YouTube.
Look, we are everywhere
There
that
you
we
go.
needs to be. So, guys, with that being said, see, that's why we always need a man on the platform. You know, to balance
Keep Karen
us.
calm.
Yeah, to balance me out, because you know I'm just crazy. I'm straight crazy, but the good kind. You know. We're going to have fun tonight because you know what? I'm sitting up here, I'm hurting. Okay, if I can have a real moment, it's just a real moment right now. I'm just getting all on track. I came in here, I could barely lift my legs up. I almost fell over the cord. And
Yes, she
Marjorie
did.
like, Karen, you know.
If you
I was
fall.
like, yeah, so the behind the scenes, y'all just... Oh, you got to be here one day. And I'm just telling them, you know, I've been working out on this treadmill, you know, because wintertime, working out on treadmill. But, you know, now we got a couple of great days in there. So I'm sneaking outside trying to get it in outside. And, boy, what a different than outside and on that treadmill. My thighs are killing me right now. Oh, they are so heavy. Oh, okay. And good thing we talking about health and wellness in this
That's the
segment.
next thing.
Yeah. So coming up, we're still talking about family matters, health and wellness. And this is definitely, I'm going to say, Angela. She was just excited about being here, coming, you know, to the team. She's always been on the team as even one original writer. In our magazine, you know, doing an inspirational moment. So now meet each other. You all always talked on the phone.
Oh,
but you never, that's why
it just clicked.
Yes,
oh, so sad.
Let me tell you something. That's why I was laughing so hard because I heard you when you came. Because I'm in here, but I heard her coming down the hall. Hi, I'm Angela, and you was like, hi, I'm Audrey. I was like, they don't know.
I knew her name sounded familiar.
I'm like,
I said, well, since they don't know, I'm going to wait and throw it in on the show. See, that's what I'm doing tonight because I am hurting, so I'm going to be kind of crazy and all track a little bit. Yeah, all kinds of surprises. So, yeah, inspirational.
That's funny. Hi,
Me
how are you,
inspirational. Yeah,
I know,
so,
right?
yeah, they both write in the inspirational moment of Vision and Purpose Community Magazine. So, this is great. So, Angela, I'm going to go ahead on and let you have this segment. How about that? Let's get started. Yeah, so, you know, I'm going to let you start it up. You know, we warming up and, you know, the warning signs. You know, we talk about all this, the strength of the family, you know, the trailblazers who keep the family, the togetherness of the family, you know, and I want to even say first, be an example. If Glenda, if you got that call and you tuned in real quick, I have to say we didn't say that part in the last segment because I wanted Glenda to hear this. I was just happening to, you know, just be doing my thing, and I saw this nice notice of a 92-year-old woman still being a trailblazer out there in the community.
Yeah.
This is COVID time, everything. And 92 years old. Glenda, I love it. It was your mom out there. And that inspired me. I was like, you know what? I think I'm doing something. I better get, that's why my legs hurt today. I better get up and stay moving.
That's
okay?
right.
Because at 92, she was still out serving her community, being a trailblazer, being the example. So, you know, sometimes we have to be the example and doing all these things.
That's
I like where you're coming from, you know, the strength of the parenting, you know, and then, you know, hey,
From
but
a single.
sometimes, from the single point of view, or just from, just being, like you said, the trailblazers of the family,
Yeah.
we can be in burnout mode as well sometimes, and, so the strength of a single parenting, that's even more work. What do that look like?
Well, as you know, Karen, I was a single mom at the age of 19. So I was trying to get my college education and raising a son, a boy. So yeah, I know what you mean by that coddling.
Right.
Try not to do that. And going to school, working, and raising a child. You talking about burnout. And I was young. So I can only imagine what, being older, having to do that, what the exhaustion must be like. And so I'm gonna speak to all the parents out there, single and together, married or whatever you want to say, whether you have a partner or not. Being single and raising a family is a lot.
Yes.
And you have to be intentional about taking care of yourself, because if you don't, that strength you're trying to be for your family, it will die down. It will fade out.
Right.
And they'll notice. And your family will be impacted by that. Like, for instance, if you get sick, right, because you're so stressed out, you're overworking yourself, you're not getting enough rest, you're not eating well.
Right.
Who's there to take care of these kids that you're trying to be strong for?
Right.
Right?
That's true.
So single parents have to pay attention to the warning signs. And you probably saying, well, what are those warning signs, right? We're not there yet, right?
Yes. You got it, but you do.
Yeah,
You
but
have
what does
to-
burnout look like?
Yes, and Marjorie, and even now, I would even say the single parents. We always first think of women as single parents. I'm
Men.
going to say the men. It's hard work, and especially when they got girls trying to comb hair. Dealing with that cycle time when they get old enough. It's just a lot. It's really a lot when it's all on you. And I come from a single parent household. My mom was, she was our rock. She was our everything, and never saw, as us as kids, we just see the routine and never thinking that, oh, mom, what? She tired? What's that?
Yeah, right.
She don't feel like it today. What is that?
Right,
So experiencing family burnout, what does that mean? So Marjorie, what does that mean to you?
Well, I was a single parent, but it was difficult for me at first because I came from a home that had two parents.
Right.
And I had
Parent.
never seen single parenting, really, not at all. And so it was very emotional and it was hard.
Yeah.
And I had two children, but I had to work. I had to take care of them, and just try to be what they needed me to be. And like you said, if I had not taken care of myself, then that would not have helped them. In the beginning, because I was going through a divorce and it was hard, it did affect them.
Yeah, of course.
Because I was affected.
Yeah.
And, your children take on whatever emotions that you're having too. And I remember those times. But then I said, you know what? I got to get myself together.
Yeah.
And my parents, although they lived in South Carolina, they were very supportive. And my siblings were supportive. And so
That's
it
that
worked
family
out.
togetherness.
Yeah, exactly.
It just extended no matter where you are.
Right.
Your village is always there for you, virtually or in
Exactly.
person. And that's important. That's
Exactly.
the strength
Yes.
of a family.
Yes,
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
I agree. But my mom, her relaxation time. Let's talk about, when you're experiencing family burnout and then, replenishing our bodies, our soul, and, refilling our glass.
Yeah.
I like that.
I came up with an acronym for that because a lot of times
I
women
know.
don't.
Yes. And I was going to say, if you want to just, like
Go
I
into
said,
that?
this
Okay,
is your
well,
moment.
I like having dialogue.
Yeah.
So, I'm like,
This
we
is
all know what burnout looks like, right? We know what that
exactly,
looks like.
exactly.
You-
So, but I like this replenishing our bodies, our soul, and refilling that glass. And glass is it's an acronym.
Yeah.
So what is it
I'll tell you what it
for?
stands
Yes.
for. And when you do this ain't the only, this is not
Right.
an exhausted list of things that you can do for yourself. But when you think about burnout, you think about low energy. You think about emotionally just having no motivation.
Just drained.
Physically, you can tell when people are, they just look like me right now with these bags.
Girl, you look gorgeous. Whatever.
There are signs there, the irritability. And that's
Yeah.
for our kids. We take it out on the kids because our patience is about this much.
Yes.
So that's when we need to say, okay, this is not fair to them. I need to stop, evaluate, and assess where is this coming from, and take care of myself. So I know as a mom, a woman, we like to multitask, and that sounds so cool, but that's not always cool.
Right.
And there's times when you just need to replenish yourself so that you can pour out. So that's why I use the word glass. Refill that glass so you can continue to pour into your kids or your community, on your job, wherever you are, wherever you're contributing. So G stands for get moving. Exercise. When you exercise and drink lots of water, it helps to manage your stress level. You feel better, your body functions better, you sleep better, all of that. So get moving.
That's why, so Marjorie, that's why these legs hurt today.
I know that.
Okay?
But don't overdo it.
No,
Yeah.
no, you have to. Sometimes you gotta push it. You gotta push it
To see the results.
But just get started is what I'm saying. Get started.
I
and
like
then
that.
once you get started, pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Just get started.
Yes.
L, laugh a lot. The Bible even says, what is it? Laughter is good for the soul.
So,
Yeah,
yes,
it is.
It definitely is.
And it helps release those I lost the word. You know what I'm talking about.
Endorphins.
Those endorphins. Thank
Right.
you.
Yes.
The endorphins. And that makes you feel better and it relaxes you.
Right.
So
And I know for me, laughter, my mom used to always say this in our household, that it takes more energy to frown than
Yes.
to do
it's
That's
so true.
And
Very
it
true.
does. And people don't understand that. Like if we all had one of them fuss bots or mean or just the mean exterior kind of man. And they face over the years when you like that all the time, they face this.
Get formed to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just looked like they just
That's what they
mean
say.
and
Don't do that. You
frowning
might get
all
stuck
the
like
Yep.
that.
time.
Get stuck
Yeah.
like that, right?
And
Muscle
that's
memory.
true.
Uh-huh.
So laughter
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
good because it's true. When you walking around, you mean looking all the time. You don't realize how you permanently fisting yourself that way,
Right.
and your
Yeah.
energy will go that way. So
That's
I like
true.
that. Okay,
Yeah,
L. So
laughter.
A.
And A, allow time for you. Pamper yourself. Put them kids in in front of a good inspirational show, some or educational show.
Like this show.
Say don't move. If they're the right age, don't move and go do you. You may not be
Right.
able to go outside the
Right.
house every time. You may not have the money to just go to get a massage or spa, but you can go fill up that tub,
Right.
put some bubble bath in there, light a few candles, put on some inspirational music,
Right.
and let go.
That's
Paint your nails, whatever it is. Get there, play with your makeup, whatever makes you feel good.
Right.
Be a little girl again. Be a little boy again.
Yes.
So allow time for you and turn the phone off.
Right.
Okay, turn the phone off. Make time, okay?
Look, she talking about turning the phone off, and both of y'all was main ones walking in here talking on the phone. Okay, I'm gonna just
she
call
was-
it
We weren't on the
like
show
it
yet.
is.
And but she
We went on the show.
Yeah,
We had-
yeah.
But she was talking
and
to
I'm
me, and I was on the phone.
talking- Look, and I'm talking to I was talking to both of you
Yeah.
all.
Oh, I
and
didn't know you were talking
And look,
about-
and then
Yeah,
look, and nobody listening because Marjorie on her phone, she on her phone, and then at the end she said, "Oh yeah, you working on the treadmill, huh, Karen?" This one over here. I was like, "No, you got the story all wrong." I said I'm
That's
been
funny.
on a
That's
treadmill,
true.
but I'm
That's true.
outside today.
But I was
And that's
listening
why-
to you,
and
Kim.
you was like, I'm on the phone, but I'm listening. Yeah, okay, but anyway,
Multitasking.
yeah. I know. I'm busting everything. I see my legs should not be hurting because I just get all off track, right? Just telling everybody.
It's all right.
funny.
It's your show.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
what you want to do.
No, it's our show. Yeah, because
She's so generous to
She
share.
don't know Belinda
I
because if
know.
Belinda was here, she'd be serving it back to me, right? Okay, S.
S is silence the negative voices.
Oh my
That's
God,
good.
girl!
When
you
you
are good.
have
That's
negativity,
good.
it drains your energy. It's very
Yes,
toxic.
It's just like that frown.
Right. It's starting with the one in your head.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because those are the ones that beat us up the most.
Yes, I
But
love
definitely silence the negative voices around you. Like, you know what? I can't have you in my space. I need my energy for my family, for my goals, for my dreams, just so I stay feeling good about myself. Because when you
Right.
don't feel good, you don't do nothing. You ain't going to do no good. That's the
Right.
bottom line,
That's
right?
Don't
And then
you
the-
know no good? Don't
no,
you
no,
know
good. You are that. No, good. Martin lovers know that.
Yeah, you don't know that.
No,
Martin?
I-
Don't you know
I'm
no
like,
good?
Never watched Martin?
But I don't remember shows like that.
Him and Jerome. That was
Yeah.
hilarious, girl.
Yeah.
Me gonna say-
I was trying to see why are they both making that same face.
Yeah.
See, we're laughing. We're practicing right now. That's a good show. You want a good laugh? Watch
That's
Martin.
true.
He is hilarious.
No negative
Oh my
voices.
God!
Hilarious.
That's
No
all-
negative
no,
voices.
You did that because what you said. It just made me go there. Don't you know no good? All right. What's
Oh,
that
my
last
goodness.
S,
Okay.
my sister?
And the last S is for spending time reading or listening to something inspirational and uplifting.
Yes. Yes.
Spending time just
Yes.
pouring into you is what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's,
Right.
Emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is, you need to keep yourself motivated. And no matter what it is, it could be a favorite book of yours, anything that makes you feel uplifted, that
Right.
makes you feel good about yourself, that makes you feel motivated or inspired. So
Yes,
that's important. That's how you refill your glass. And I think if you do these things, and this, like I said, there's more things, but if you just start with these these five, get moving, laugh a lot, allow time for you, silence the negative voices, spend time reading and listening to something uplifting, you will feel and see the change. Your kids will see it in you.
Yes,
yeah,
that's true.
oh,
They will see it in
definitely.
you.
That's very
And
true.
I just want to say, and sometimes can I just go there and say
Go
it,
there.
Marjorie?
Yeah.
Can I just
Go
say it,
there,
Angela?
girl. Go there.
Sometimes you just got to put your family in time
Oh,
out.
come on now.
Okay,
yes,
Yep.
yes.
you got to just put your family in
Yes,
time
sir.
out and focus on the me time. Okay,
Right.
so
You do.
that was the end of what she didn't want to say, so she left it up to me to say. I'm just
That's
messing.
right.
Yeah.
That's
So,
right.
you
Put
know,
them in time out.
I'm telling you, you do. You got to put them in
Even
time.
mama, sometimes even the parents.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's
we
what I'm
feel
saying.
like, Mom, you okay? You good? Sometimes parents want to call just because they, just want to talk and try to
Right.
find out the latest gossip. Did you see
Yeah.
the last? We all go there.
Exactly.
And your girlfriends,
Right.
listen, girlfriend, I want to hear this. I do. I probably shouldn't, but I want to hear it. But right now, I got some me time. I got a date with myself. Put it in your phone.
Right.
Yes.
Put it
Right.
when you come to the kids again. That's why we need that village. Get to know
I
your
was going to
your
say
people.
that's why I appreciate my village. And if
Yeah.
you don't have one, build one.
You better
Yeah.
pray for and
Very-
pray about that
yes,
village. Don't
exactly.
everybody don't belong in your village.
That's right. That's true.
I had to
Yes.
I learned the hard way. Everybody don't belong in your village. You have to
That's
excommunicate people.
You got to
Yes.
you got to clean house sometimes.
Okay. You got to put it on block.
And don't be apologetic about it either.
Right.
No,
Because you have to take care of you
That's
first.
You
right.
know what? Because sometimes we allow it to go so far until we at the point of just like, it's just so overwhelming to us.
Yeah.
So just I'm with you tackling that thing head on. And it took me until I was probably about, I'm gonna say my late 40s. Okay, so I've been practicing this now for probably like the last 7 years, 7, 8 years. If it's complicated to me, then it's not for me.
Right.
I hear that.
Okay, and I'm gonna say that again. If it's complicated to me, then it's not for me. Especially when you started right out the
Yeah.
gate. If it's I
Yeah.
shut it down. I have learned how to shut it down immediately. Because if it's complicated
Yeah.
to me, then it's not for me. And especially when something is getting up off the ground and getting started, it should not be that complicated. It should not come with so much more extra.
Coming out the gate.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
So
coming
you're
out
not
the
doing
gate.
you're not doing the
Right.
work you're called to do.
Right,
You're
exactly.
doing the work
It's
of
a
cleaning up.
distraction.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a distraction.
And
It
there's a
did-
difference between
yes,
challenge and complicated.
Yeah,
Right, yes.
that's true.
Because some people will
That's
try to
very
say,
true.
come on, there's a
Yes,
difference between
yes,
very
yeah.
true.
So you don't mind the normal, the challenges that's going to come with your day, or just things not always going to be roses. You understand that, but when it's just unnecessary complications,
Right.
Yeah.
it's
It's not worth the time.
No, that means that door is shut. Don't try to kick it open. I'm
Yes,
good at kicking the
I-
door
it's-
open. I had to learn the hard way too.
Yeah, no, I shut it down,
That's
and
right.
once it's down, it's staying there.
Yeah.
And I'm like that. Everybody's like, "Oh, Karen, you no, you have to," because
Yeah.
it go back to that energy you talking about.
Yep.
You cannot let the negative energy in. You know what I'm saying, Marjorie?
I do. But I'm thinking about something that Brian always says to me. I always try to fix things and make things right.
Yeah,
That's not a good trait.
yeah. Not
I
all-
mean,
yeah.
It
it's
sounds
okay
good.
to
I had to
you know,
learn.
try to
That's why I
be-
said for the last
Yeah,
7 years
yeah.
I've been here, because I didn't know how to say no. I'm always
pleasing.
want to,
That's me.
Yes. Well,
People was my problem.
yeah, but
fixing
I'm not
the
I'm not
things.
I am a people pleaser, but I'm also a person who I do not like injustice.
Oh, girl,
And
I'm
I
right with
will
you.
always fight
Yes.
for the
Yeah.
underdog.
Yes.
Always.
Oh yes.
And
So-
sometimes, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
but
sometimes
sometimes you can't. It's too much work.
Every
'cause it-
battle's not for you to fight.
Exactly.
Yes, and that's why
exactly.
my
And
mom
knowing the
used to say, pick and choose your battles.
Yes.
And with that being said, guys, we are now ready for that next break. We are Bad as Us here on Vision and Purpose Media Productions. We see you on the other side.
Hello, my name is Tania McQueen. I'm the Residential Services Manager for Prestige Community Resources. What our new facilities are respite centers. We're opening 2 in the city right now. Hopefully we'll expand to more. But respite centers are a place where people can come and get a little additional support with their mental health. Our one on Eastern Avenue is for men, and our one on Minnesota Avenue is for women. Our facilities are for all DC residents, especially focusing in on those in Ward 7 and 8. So they're really nice, and I'm excited for consumers to actually see them. What are the services that we're going to provide? Therapy, case management, medication management, all provided by professional staff, a licensed nurse practitioner, psychiatrists, sociologists, social workers, and then our paraprofessionals, our case managers. It's just a place where you can come and get the supports that you need to work on your personal goals, as well as to get your mental health straight. Simple, single adult, 18 years of age or older, a DC resident. You need to have insurance, but if you don't have it, it's okay. Still come, we'll work on getting you insurance. Have to have a negative COVID test, a negative TB test, and be willing to work on your mental health. For more information about respite services, you can contact us at 202-796-5000 or hit us up on our website at www.prestigecommunityresources.org.
Yes, welcome back, guys. We are here. We are back. And look, I know that's why Marjorie laughing. Badass Us. That's right. That's who we are. Badass Us, real talk here on Vision and Purpose Media Productions. And guys, it is time for our inspirational moment by Marjorie Millington, the inspiration within. Marjorie, what you got for us today?
Well, the topic is surrender. And you know, again, Angela, you don't know this, but every time we do a show, we don't talk about what the inspirational moment is going to be about, but it always ties in.
Yes,
so.
I know.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, when I went to it, got your tats, pulled your tats, because I purposely, when I'm doing the storyboard or whoever is jointly doing the storyboard, I purposely don't look at your tats until after the storyboard is done, and then I plug it in. And then when
I definitely don't see it until after I send her the text.
Yes,
So it just
that's
always,
God working the line and everything up.
God always has everything in line.
We always do that. So when I saw Surrender, I said, Marjorie is going to say, wow, when she see this storyboard. Yeah. Okay, Marjorie, I'm sorry.
So it's Psalm 25:5. Guide me in your truth and teach me. For you are God, my Savior and my hope. My hope is in you all the day long.
Amen.
And it's just about aligning your plans with his plans. Once you align your plans with his plans, you can surrender to him.
Yes.
And once you let go of your plans, his plans will come through. So he's always going to be there and have full charge of our life. That's what we want. We want him to be in charge of our families. We want him to be in charge of our sons and our daughters. We want him to be in charge of us, in charge of our tongues, in charge of our walk, in charge of our missions. We want him to be in charge of all of that. And we talked a lot about that today. So the way that we can do that is through prayer, reading the word,
Amen.
seeking godly counsel.
Come on, girl.
And we were just talking about that. You have to be careful about who you seek in godly counsel.
That's right.
Because even when you love church, it's not about the building. It's about the people in the building. And everyone in the church is not the person that should be counseling you.
That's right.
But you have to pray about that so that God will lead you to the person that can guide you.
That's right.
And then the other thing is just to wait on his answer.
Ooh, that's the hardest one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
That waiting period, girl,
You
like the
know,
waiting room at the hospital.
I tell you, I just want you to just read that scripture one more time so we can see how it lined up to everything we
and
said.
I want to hear what you all have
Yes,
to say about
yes.
it.
Okay.
Okay, Psalm 25:5 says, "Guide me in your truth and teach me, for you are God, my Savior, and my hope is in you all the day long."
So, okay, now the question is, who the real trailblazer?
Oh God, Jesus did that.
Number one.
So that scripture to me, if I can just jump in, because we
course.
all just talk about what it means to us, it's just it defines everything that we were sitting here talking about family matters. And, all that we all said, we just said, and definitely, Angela, you just constantly remind us of that spiritual base that was in our household, and my mom just always just saying that, in order to receive a blessing, you must first be a blessing.
Come on.
Right.
That's a true mission in life. And, and that's just what we have to do. We have to be still sometimes. Okay.
I
Be
know what that
still.
meant.
Yes.
That's true.
But everything that you just said in that glass.
Yeah.
It was just like, be still sometime and have the patience to wait on He. And sometimes we want to move first before Him, and then He have to bring us and reel us back in to let us know who's the one that should, who comes
Be in
first.
charge.
Yeah,
That's right.
who's in
So then we
charge.
have to check ourselves. It's just like what you said about sometimes taking some time for yourself.
Yeah.
That's also about waiting on God.
That's right.
You know, when you make yourself, and I know that a lot of times some of us women, and especially those who are mothers, we do have to make ourselves.
We have to be intentional.
No,
we
and right
do.
here, and
We
I'm not
do.
a mother,
Yeah.
but I do have to make myself be still.
Right.
That's
Right.
why I did
Because you're so talented, and people pull on that talent, and you are doing so many things. Okay,
Yes,
it's not
yes.
just about parents. It's about a being. Period.
Yes, yes.
Being a human.
And
being.
Marjorie always checking me. Okay, Karen. All
Yeah.
right. What? And okay. What are you? Are you get Karen? I know you got no. Don't do that. I'll do this.
Why don't you getting exercising in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You moving?
So
You
she
know
yes.
She's starting on that glass.
But
taking
let me-
time on for
Let
herself.
me just tell you something. That, outside of my intimate relationship with God, the second thing that is my savior is working out.
Oh, yeah.
Because I push my body to the limit so much during work.
Yeah.
That's my me time. That's my
That's right. Release.
Your respite time.
Yes, my relaxation time. That's my think tank time. That's my
Yeah.
creative time. Because you know what? This phone is off.
Right.
It is down.
You're doing-
I'm not, you know what? For them 2 hours I'm working out, I'm not worrying about the care in the world. I don't care what happened. And then 2 hours, if it's going to end me, it's just going to end me because I'm getting it in.
Right.
That's right,
And that's
girl.
a good, that's
I know
a good,
that's
That's a
right.
good way to think about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And sometimes, and when I was getting my exercise during the class, I used to say, no, I can't do Monday night. I'm going to class. And then, and everybody was just assuming that I'm talking about I'm going to take a academic class.
Yeah, you're talking
I was
about
like,
exercise.
but I was going to my dance class.
That's
Right,
right.
right.
That's right, girl.
That's-
You
Oh,
better
gotta-
do that.
yeah.
I was going to take my modern dance on Monday
Yeah.
and my Afro dance on Wednesday.
Right.
And then my temporary jazz on Saturday. So, yeah, I was going to class and that's what I meant. I was going to class.
Right,
And
right.
I ain't even had to explain no more.
Your relaxation
You were
class.
setting your boundaries for taking care of you, not being not apologetic about it, and protecting it.
Yes, yes.
And sometimes we have to literally to start. It's hard because we're so used to doing what we do to break the habit.
Yeah.
Put it in your phone. It's always in our hand anyway. Put it in your phone, on your calendar. Have a date with yourself so you're not lying when someone calls you and says, "Can you comment? We just thought that maybe," unless the Lord tap you and say, "I think I need you to do this."
Right.
Other than that, say, "You know what? I'm looking at my calendar and I already got something for," and you're not lying because
Exactly.
you do have
Exactly.
something
your
planned.
calendar.
Right.
And if they have the
exactly.
nerve to ask you what it is, say, "Well, that's really not really in your business, but I have something to
Right,
do."
But
and
you know
then-
what? But no, I know we kind of got off track, and I didn't let you say what that scripture means to you because I heard you say,
Oh,
So now I just want you to just be able to, express yourself on that because I heard it. I don't
I
miss
did.
nothing.
I did.
Yes, yes.
I heard a couple keywords. First, I heard
Yes.
hope. Everyone's looking for hope. Everyone needs hope. And that scripture tells me that all the hope I need is found in Jesus.
Right.
And when you think about what a Christian is, the definition is those that follow Christ.
Yeah.
That lets you know how we're supposed to live this life.
Yes.
Following him. Not him following us.
Right.
Not
Yes.
even him walking beside us. It's
Right.
him us following
Right.
him, letting him lead, so that he
And
isn't
being
that, wasn't that in there?
still.
What
Yes.
was
the
first part?
first
Yes.
word is guide.
Yes,
There you go.
Guide me.
Yeah,
Guide
guide me.
me.
That's why, because I'm
Yes.
hard to be guided. Sometimes I don't want to
Yes.
submit.
And wait.
But and those things
be
they
still.
wait.
That way
That
I
be
heard
still,
that.
girl. Yeah, be
I heard
still,
you
girl.
say.
That's a struggle at times,
But
but
those,
it's
yes.
such a blessing
things
when
go
I do
hand
it.
in hand, because if we don't take time, which is time for ourselves, but it's also time to what?
Yep.
Guide me in your truth and teach me.
That's right.
I need to hear your voice.
Yes.
There's so much going on around us all the time. We work in places where it's always noise. People are talking
Come
in
on
our
now.
ears all the time. If you have children, they're talking in your ears, whether they're small or whether they're grown.
Right.
If you have siblings, friends, co-workers, whatever you have, mess is always around you. And I'm not calling people mess. I'm just saying
Busyness.
things are
Busyness,
exactly.
distractions.
Things are always
Yes,
happening.
yes, it is.
So we have to take that time to be
Yeah.
able to hear his voice.
Yeah.
We have to be quiet too, so we can
Yeah.
hear it.
Yes, and that's why, I love doing this inspiration moments. The whole platform, all we about is being positive media
Right.
for our community. Because you know what, mainstream and so many people, they report all that other side. And for me, that's why I have to watch when I want to target, because I got to be informed. Yes, I want to stay
Yeah.
on top of things and be informed, but you got to be careful, because they do
Yep.
it strategically in a way to sucker you in and have you in such a way. And I had to tell one of my friends, you know what? I'm getting ready to put you in a 12-step program if you don't get off
Offset.
CNN.
I used to be that
You know,
person.
Yeah,
Just
I'm telling you.
get sucked
you know,
into that.
And you get and it all. And she look at all of them, and they repeating the same thing, but just having different guests and different people that
Yep,
does it. And
same thing.
you have to be careful of that.
But the other part of that too, Karen, is not only CNN, because that's national news.
Yeah.
But just talking about news where they're talking
I
about
don't mean just
black
to put it,
people.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
and
what
black
I'm saying, all
men.
news.
Now,
I'm just saying,
if you
yeah.
watch, if you're involved in something like this, every time we have a show, it's so amazing. Every person that comes here, what they're about. They're about something.
Yeah.
And they have something to share, something to give to our
Yes,
audience.
yes,
Right.
It's
yes.
important.
Very
it
much so.
really
And I
is.
love it. I
Yes.
love it. I
We're
mean,
breathing life into
I'm
people. We're
telling
not
you.
sucking life out of the people like the other
Exactly.
shows
What-
do.
what-
And look, and every
Like
time,
Bob.
yes, yes. Oh, that was a good show.
Oh,
and
my
it's like
goodness.
this. Every time the show was on, we were like, "Oh, that went fast. Oh, that was such
Yeah,
a good show.
you did
Oh,
what?
God.
Can
Oh,
you tell us
did.
more? And then
Can
it's
you-
time to get off the air.
Wow.
Yes, and-
That means you need to extend the show.
I know,
Part
because
two.
you think an hour is a long time,
Yeah, you
but
do.
it goes.
No, it's
so-
not. It's not enough time.
It really goes by so fast when we are talking about the subject
Right.
matters, and Vision and Purpose Media Production is going to constantly be expanding. We are going to be expanding, guys. You're going to see more of this positive messages, from our magazine down to the
Yes.
productions and shows that we do, even down out to where we go about in the community, because we're going to do
Yes.
about it, in the community, where about in the community. So we want to hear from you. We just want to know what you want us to do, what you want to see. Are you liking the positive and inspirational message that we want to be inspiring communities everywhere? That's who we are. That's what we do. Even with, everyone with this show, B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us, it stands for something, because we are beautiful, accomplished, and divine. And our brothers are accomplished and determined. And as society see us, yes, we are still changing that narrative.
Right.
So, guys, we thank you for tuning in. I cannot believe the time is up.
Wow.
Our engineer back there doing his
Isaiah.
thing, he's
Isaiah.
like, okay, y'all, my phone going on, because that's the timer to let y'all know your time is up. Oh, hi. So I was
The
like,
warning
okay.
sign.
So, look, I had to shut up then, shut me down. Okay, just shut me down. So, Marjorie, thanks for being here. And Angela, we will start to see her more
Yes.
every fourth and every fourth and
Tuesday.
last Tuesday of the month, and then whenever else she want to pop, any Tuesday she want to pop in. Let's just say that she is a bad part of the team. And he said, wrap it up, and that's a wrap. See you on the other side. Have a blessed week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.